Where is it? Dog on. I drink up all the water, child. Holy. Girl, it's about my fifth time. Well, probably sixth time. Good evening to the baddest nation. Okay. The baddest nation. Shout out to my moderators, Kilolo, Firefly, and Bloody. Yes, twirl no twerk, twirl no twerk. I like it. Twirl no twerk. It's a lot going on tonight. Let me see if I took some. Oh, oh, and did okay, and did take a few notes around there. Good. I live by my notes app. Okay, my notes app runs my life. Shout out to the chat tonight. Hey, Brenda. Hey, T. Danielle. What it do, Dovey? I did want to acknowledge a few of them comments around there from my last video, and I noticed I had glanced. I glanced, and I noticed somebody was talking smack. Denise Butler, hey, babe. That hair is so becoming on you. Makeup and skin on point. Great show. Thank you, Denise. Five, take that off your head. Respect to the lie. Okay. Respect to the lie. Hey, JLC. Hey, sweetie. What's up, Heavy Bear? Leanne. Respect to the lie. Okay, Simply Meek Will. Buttercup said, first off, so glad to see our BabeNation queen come on the scene. I love you. Secondly, always so glad to hear you sock it to James and let him know he ain't doing a damn thing around here. Looking like the ish starter he is. Ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? A hot mess, Buttercup. Ooh, Music Freak said, so hold up, Fi. You telling me that Tracy D fell out with you over a bag that's basically real? Yes. Okay. Yes. Hey, Chocolate Thunder. Hey, Robin. Y'all been seeing them Chinese people put the U.S. on blast for telling us that they make the same factories that make the real stuff, make the fake stuff. Okay. So yeah, Tricky D fell out with me over a bag that's technically real. Okay. Mama Cynthia said, babe, laughing my arse off, and the girls can't take as she adjusts her crown. Yes. I love that for us. Thank you, Kaylin27. Yes, Worldwide Net, Babe Nation. Babe Nation still got it. Okay. Let me tell y'all something that I've been struggling with, because I know I said we was having a meet and greet. Let me pause it right there and say this right here. I know we said we were having a meet and greet this year. However, the queen turns 45 as well. We turned 45 this year, okay? So the reason I've been slacking on my pimping regarding vacation is because I'd rather have a birthday party. Let me give me a bomb. Let me give me a bomb. Yes! I want to have a big 45. I want to have a big 45. I want to have a big 45. Okay, excuse me. Excuse me. I feel like we should have a birthday party as our meet and greet in September. We won't be hot. Okay, some of us are 45 and it be hot in the summer and we may not want to be sweating. We may not want to sweat. But if you could come around here in September though, if you could come around here in mother sucking September though, holy, if you could turn up with me and the DJ and the bar and the music and everything that's gonna be going on around there to the 45, okay? I'm saying, I think it's giving. Okay. I also think we should go skating. Okay. I think we should go skating that weekend. We should go bowling that weekend. We should have a birthday party. We should have our party bus and turn the F up for my big 4-5. What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? Oh, and I think my bestie turned 4-5 too. I think my bestie turns 45 too this year. Let me call him and see. Let me call my boo, okay? And see if he turned. I think he turned at 45 too, child. Oh, yes, I think we should have a party. Holy.
Hello.
Hey, boo.
Hey, honey, what's the tea?
You on live?
Oh,
Are you turning 45 too this year?
girl. I'm ageless.
Period. Okay, my bestie said he's ageless. Okay. So I just told them that I want to have, instead of vacation, I want to have a big 45 birth. I'm turning 45 and I want to have a big party.
I'm 45th birthday
A
party.
huge
Girl, you keep telling them people your age.
Child, I don't care because she cute. Okay. She's cute.
Oh, okay.
She's accomplished, and they need to get into the real. We live in such a fake society. People don't even want to tell how old they are, child.
Oh my.
It may
Well, I'm
be
one of those.
it's
I
45,
know I'm
but
one of them fake ones.
huh?
I just I'm one of them fake ones because I ain't selling shit.
Oh, are you serious? That don't make you
Nah,
fake,
friend,
friend. Friend.
you already know ain't no child.
Right. On Judge Mathis, you try to say I'm older than you.
Oh, you are by a couple of months.
Exactly. Okay. You turned at 45 too.
Wait, you just tricked me.
Yes, friend. Friend,
You just-
friend is turning. I
Ooh.
got him. You see how I cornered him? You see how I rolled that tape? I went back to Judge Mathis on him and cooked him. Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, I fell for the okie dokie, honey. Oh no, man. Oh no, man. I'm getting off this ground, she girl. Or I get caught up some more.
I love you, friend.
I love you too. Everybody guys. Everybody nation. Bye
Gang, gang. Love you.
I love you, boo. Love you too, boo. Talk to
Bye.
you later.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Not our pop QB. Let me drop a bomb because my bestie didn't want to tell me his age. Listen. Anybody could get it, okay? Anybody could get it. Oh, happy belated birthday, JLC. Yes, child. So that's what I'm gonna be planning for. I would love for you to come and celebrate in September with me for my big 4-5. I say we party. Okay. I say we party. Now my birthday falls in the middle of the week, so it's gonna be the week before, the week after. Let's see. Let me go to the calendar around there. Yeah, my birthday falls on a Tuesday. On a flipping Tuesday. So we're going to have to do vacation on 9/19 to 9/21. 9/19 through 9/21. And for those of us who have not partied in ages, we'll have Red Bull. Okay, we'll make sure we got you some Red Bulls because some of us be in the bed. Okay, a lot of us be in the bed. So we'll make sure we got the Red Bulls on deck. Many of us haven't gone to a skating rink in years. Where we going? Okay, in my head, I'm Usher. In my head, I could skate like Usher. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll bring some cherries. Okay. Cause in my head, I can definitely skate like Usher. But we'll see what happens. And I want us to have a bowling party. Like we're gonna be outside. Okay. It's gonna be September. It's not gonna be piping hot in Chicago. It's gonna be nice. The weather is probably gonna be like 60, you know, but it won't be like if you came in July, it was going to be 90, 100. Okay. So I think this is much better, much more comfortable. And that's why I haven't been talking about it because I've been debating like, girl, you turning 45. And I think that's a perfect time to meet these folks. Okay. Girl, let me go back over here to the comments before I get into my commentary. We not in no rush tonight. Let me get over here. Let me get over here. Let me get over here. What this say right here? Okay, give me one second. Oh, yeah, she got Marshalls. She got Marshalls. Replay gang. Thank you, Georgia Peach. Thank you, N Goddess. Thank you, Tweety. Thank you, Lady Sparkle. Miss D, Jay Wilson do be singing out of the key of L. Okay, he absolutely does. Much love to you too, Nubian Queen. Dave G9754 says, the way you have your bed covering your window and that landlord beige colored walls speaks volumes. Low budget. Okay. Now he thought he ate. Okay. First of all, it's not my fault that my headboard is tall. Dummy. Are you okay? Do you want to see the whole bedroom? Because it's just a little corner right here. You want to see the whole bed? You can't even see my whole bed right here. Okay. Dave, it's giving hater. It's giving that you're mad. Let me give you a heart because I can tell you haven't had a hug. You and those other 11 haters that liked it. Okay, baby, this bedroom is very comfortable. And I know you wish you could lay in this bed with me tonight, but you won't be. Okay, I can promise you one thing, you won't be. But thanks for coming. Okay, thanks for coming. Thank you, Wowsy. Oh, Bevo Barber said he wish he was in the shot. I wish you was in the shot too, child. Okay. I wish you was in the shot too. Babe Nation, remember I told y'all about the man that kept asking for the burger? I'm so tired. Remember I told y'all about the man that kept asking for the burger? Right. So I told y'all that whole story. If you missed it, I do apologize, but I'm not gonna rewind that whole story. I told it on one of these lives recently, okay, about this man's, okay. So, we've been talking a little bit, right? I've been trying to stay away from him, okay. I've been trying to stay away from him because he's sassy, okay, because he's cute. And he's a man of God, so I respect that about him. But he keeps coming for me. Let's be very clear. I be over here minding my business. He keeps coming for me. So we have been talking a little bit. What this man tells me that um you ninjas ain't ish. Let's be very clear, okay? You ninjas ain't ish. You ain't worth the dirt God used to make you. Lord forgive me, I shouldn't say that. But you ain't worth ish. Girl, why this man tell me that there is this woman that God put in his dreams twice, and part of what he saw in his dream has already played out in real life. And basically that's his wife, this woman who he had this dream about twice. So I told him I said a lot. Okay. I was like, well, first of all, nothing is better than the will of God. Let me see down like that. Okay. But if God has already showed you who your mate is, why do you keep chasing me? And calling this phone at 3 in the morning and 9 in the morning. Be like, midnight. I said, "Ooh, now he pulled the Uno reverse." I felt like I had got dumped. I ain't never been dumped. So I told him, ain't none better than the will of God. Okay, if the Lord showed you who your person is, baby, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Okay. I think he wanted to get a reaction. I really think he wanted to get a reaction. I think he wanted me to say, am I the woman that the Lord showed you in your dreams 2 times? I'm not saying nothing. Okay. And so even after all that, he proceeds to ask me, I'm trying to make sure I ain't missed what else I said to him when he told me this foolishness. Oh, because I had missed his call earlier in the day, his calls earlier in the day. And then I said to him, oh, I didn't realize I had missed your calls. He was like, yeah, that's basically what I was calling to tell you. So you call me, you tried to get me on the phone early in the morning to tell me this foolishness. Okay, and see, I'm gonna keep it G. I'm gonna keep it G. That's what we doing. Let's do that. Okay, let's do that. It has not been going well for him ever since. If that was a test, baby, I passed and kept going. Cause go play with your mama. Okay, don't tell me that I'm not desperate and I'm not bothering you. All this activity is coming from over there, not from over here. All the activities. How you find this wine? How you gonna chase me down to dump me, child? What had happened? And see, what had happened was, folks, yes, he's a man of God, but a man is still a man. Okay? A man is still a man. Period, Pooh. And I think that wonderful gentleman noticed this girl is not gonna give me nothing. Okay. I think it dawned on him that he wasn't finna get none. That's real talk. So he comes up with this story, I guess, to see if he could get a reaction. Ain't no reaction. I don't got no reaction. Okay. Move on. Right. Move on then. I'm trying to see what had happened. We could keep it moving. What are we talking about? Why do we keep? Oh, then he proceeds to ask me, what type of man do I want? I said, now, what type of games are being played? What type of games are being played? Why do you care? Didn't you just say you dreamt about your wife? Why do you care? Because you want me to fall out and be like, oh my God,
This
I was hoping it was me. Ooh, child. I'm just looking at. Ooh, Lala said she been on DH Gate. Colette Lucas said you broke, but you got a man. Colette, you must not be around there. My man is invisible. Okay? You must not be around there. And don't act like being broke from time to time is not normal. Okay? I'm not broke. I don't live a broke life. Okay? Now I have hardship like anybody else. But don't you ever try me. My broke ain't even your broke. Okay? I said my broke ain't even your broke. Don't play with me. Okay? Absolutely. They be talking all this stuff and don't even know they talking to the landlord. Go sit down. Sit your little self down somewhere. Uh just me and 8 said 5. Stop hating on me and give me my shout outs. Peace and blessings to you. Hope you're doing well. Sending you my love, dear. I wasn't hating on you, girl. I didn't see you. My bad. The Lady Sparkle said, "That's my baby five. Babe Nation might want to join in on this one, black versus white." Oh, oh, no, I don't like Lady Sparkle. I personally do not like when other races speak on our issues. They are fascinated by us. Look at Tony Busby. Now he around here trying to pop Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp was just got caught on live with Michelle. Oh my Michelle, my Michelle. And then Shannon Sharp been doing so well on his with his brand and his liquor, and he just got $100 million deal. And then here comes who? Tony Busby, the same one that tried to comfort Jay-Z and got popped. Now here he's coming for Shannon Sharp. So when I see a pattern of a person of another race, when I see a pattern of them constantly coming after black people, men or women, yeah, I got a problem with that. When I see a pattern of a white person always want to speak on black issues but don't want to speak on their issues, I got a problem with it. Absolutely. Shout out to the Lady Sparkle. Colette, the one that said, "What you say up here, you broke, but you got a man." Colette Lucas came back again because she likes Spy Babe. She's in the comments twice. Absolutely. And she says, "I don't understand why Deanna name in your mouth. Just wondering." Okay, so you do have comprehension skill problems, Colette. You actually do have comprehension skill problems. See, that's why I like King Roman, because some people hear and then some people hear. He hears. You got wax in your ears. Did you not hear me say that wench was on her channel calling me five bum? No, you did not, because you didn't want to hear that. But you did hear me drag her. That's actually more important. So as long as you heard me drag her, that's all that matters. But I don't come for nobody that don't come for me. And it's 2025. I'm not saying it no more. Okay. Now I still gave your dusty self a heart. Absolutely. Shout out to the chat tonight. This is really in my spirit. It's called due process. Due process. Every content creator in this beef sector has been doxxed down to their socks. Okay. I've been doxxed by elderly women out of club chat. I've been doxxed by young trolls. I've been doxxed by just folks in the chat watching. You really put yourself out here as a CC. Okay. This is why we deserve support. Don't play with me. I deserve support. Okay. Because you really put yourself out here. Okay. So my theory is, if every other CC has been doxxed, violated, penetrated, if every other CC has been put on blast, how far has the freaking beef sector fallen that a wench could come over here, wreck shop, and we don't know nothing about them? I'll wait. What they do that at? See, I see this. See, this why Auntie needs to be on here. Auntie needs to be on here because we're gonna regulate this matter. Okay, we are going to regulate this matter like a empty bladder tonight, because ain't no way in the world you get to skip over due process. This ain't the White House and you ain't Venezuela. Okay. This ain't the White House and you are not from Venezuela. We do not skip due process over here in the beef sector. Everybody took their bruises, they burns, they whips, they backstabs. Everybody gets a taste over here as a CC. This is the beef sector, unfortunately. And so it's hard after earning your stripes to see somebody try to slither in unstriped. Hashtag unstriped. No. What you won't do is slither in unstriped. When we all walking around with the stripes. and the bruises and the extension cord marks, the house shoe marks, and everything else. Thank you so much, Helen Hill, for the super sticker. Oof, I just need the Lord to restore my sight, Amanda. If he could just restore my sight, I'll be able to see. But thank you so much, dear. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We all striped over here. All of our gasters are flabbered. And you, is that Lady Nika? Hey, boo. Hey, Lady Nika. Do you think you just get to show up? What it do, Tracy? Do you think you just get to show up over here without getting whipped? No, like we don't even know you. So that is a clear example that the beef sector needs a tune up. It's giving old raggedy car that your uncle gave you for your 18th birthday. Can't even get it out the driveway. I need the beef sector to come alive. Okay? Absolutely, we gonna come alive. Thank you, Barn Dog. Barn Dog said, goes, goes. I love you too, Cool Storm. Oh yeah, we're gonna regulate, Rodney. Because if you can't even sit on a chat, if you can't even hit a link without getting doxxed, if you can't even be a co-host without getting doxxed, how do we get to the, and I'm not, listen, I walk a fine line because I'm not here advocating for getting doxxed. I'm here just speaking the facts. This is what we all have had to go through. And in its own sick way, it built this camaraderie because what you do know is who you dealing with. You know who nasty, you know who lying, you know who homeless, you know who on that stuff. Like, you know who a bad mama in real life. Like you built. Thank you so much, Brenda. You kind of build this family because we at least know, okay, you a fake pastor, you know what I'm saying? But when you show up completely covered, I want to say something, but I can't say it. But under the sack of another CC as a way to hide yourself from the consequences of every other CC has to face that's doing exactly what you're doing. But you think you're going to hide under Jay Wilson. Holy. Holy. Now, see, I hate that I track this hard. I really do. I try not to, but I can't help it. What happened initially was I was over there on King Romans listening to Strong Arm Tulsa call in and drag Tracy on behalf of Weasel. Make it make sense. How is Tulsa dragging for Wilson? This is an everyday event. And see, Tulsa can clout chase off Wilson all she wants. Okay? If he want to clout chase off Wilson, clout chase off Wilson. Hold on, I gotta skip to this part right here. Because this is something. If Tulsa wants to clout chase off Wilson all you want. But you are now, oh, that's a perfect shot. Oh, that's perfect. You want to be in the beef sector, but you want to skip hashtag due process. Who is it? We were over there on, I was over there on King Roman News, and I hear King Tut call in, going in on Tracy, and I'm like, wait, hold on, that's a boy. That's a man. See, when you are a man, and listen, I respect the community. I do not respect King Tut. Let's be very clear. I respect the community, but I do not respect King Tut. Okay? Because King Tut does not respect women. And I constantly every time I look around, I see King Tut coming at women and saying that he's doing it on behalf of another man. And how violent he gets when it comes to women. See, I don't respect none of these men that come at women. When James Colwell says Pizario always making it about men and women, yeah, she should. Absolutely, because there's so many examples of it. It's so many examples of men in this sector getting behind other men to come against a woman. Absolutely. Now, if we compare arms, ARMS, that ought to end the fight right there. Look at this man. This is a man. Look at this man. This King Tut. Look at this man. These are the arms that want to hit Tracy. He cussed me out over there on King Roman. I ain't even cuss him out because I think he's pathetic. No, I won't be cussing you out. Okay? My cussing days are behind me. Amen. Absolutely. But you can still get this work. This mouth still lethal. Okay, I'll still hurt your feelings and make you cuss. Absolutely. So this man with these big old arms, you see them arms? Jay Wilson arms twice that size, just ain't got no muscle in it. But this is a man in a wig running around, want to fight women with them big old arms. Sir, it's a boy. So then when a woman, see, this is my issue. It's not just this person. It's an epidemic of men hating women. This is what we got going on. All on social media, you got these men running around. She got to give me 50-50 and I don't date single mamas. And if you got 2 baby daddies, I don't want you. Whole time they mama a single mama. They mama was a single mama. They grandmama was a single mama. But all of a sudden, they got such vitriol for single mamas. Then you got these men that would die to be a woman, hating women and cussing out women, and they want to put them big, strong arms through your face because you are what they want to be. The devil is a lie, and I'm not going. Okay. So it vexed me when I heard him because he mad that Tracy said she was going to Jay Wilson's church. Now, what that got to do with that? What he got to do with that? Then he got the nerve to get up there and cuss me out and tell me, am I going to be behind a pulpit or am I going to be behind the beef sector? Holy, you could see what I'm doing wrong when it comes to the Lord, but you won't even acknowledge how he created you? Are you flipping serious? Are you, but this thing, are you serious? You won't acknowledge how he created you, but you want to talk to me about the Lord? You could freaking never. You could not in a million years. And anytime you have gained so much weight, you are so fat. And I told him, you wish you were a fat woman. You wish you were a disabled woman. You wish you was a sick woman. You wish you was a working woman. Any kind of real woman, you wish you was that. You wish you was. Absolutely. So I'm not going. You don't get to cuss me out and treat me like ish and treat me like we on the same level because you done went put a wig on. The devil is a liar. Go. I don't care who don't like it. Leave me alone with that mess. I'm not going. Absolutely. So anytime I check somebody from the community, the first thing they do is bring up my bestie. Keep my bestie's name out your filthy mouth, okay? My bestie don't got nothing to do with what comes out of my mouth. These are my words. I am grown. Okay? Are you okay? Oh, I get it. So because I'm besties with somebody from the community, I am completely exempt from ever responding to disrespect that's coming from the community. All because I'm friends with somebody from the community. Is that how this rolling? Because I keep hearing this over and over. She's so homophobic. And what does her bestie think about it? So because I'm besties with QB now, any disrespect, you could cuss me out. This King Tut called me 50 B's. And you could cuss me out. You could be disrespectful and do all that. But I can't respond and hurt your feelings the way I need to hurt your feelings. I got to treat you with kid gloves because my friend in the community don't play with me. Don't play with me. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. So kick rocks, please and thank you. And let me say this. Tracy had me gagged on Easter. Okay. Shout out to Tracy. Yes, Tracy had me gagged on Easter. Why? Because Tracy had Jay Wilson holding his breath. Okay. She had him over there holding it. He couldn't even sit in church still. I bet he was sweating like a Baptist preacher and it wasn't even hot. I bet he was sweating in that little tight suit. Jay Wilson, did you put a girdle on? Huh? You know you don't got no real clothes over there. He had on a light blue suit with some brown cowboy boots. and child, I bet he was sweating like the dew in the morning, thinking Tracy was gonna walk through them doors. So for that, I say thank you, Tracy. Now the gag is these people on these YouTube streets are mad at Tracy. Talking about her supporters gave her money. It's always the people that didn't give nothing that's mad. It's always that's number one. And number two, did Tracy say, give me money so I could go to Jay Wilson's church? I ain't hear her say, give me some money so I could go to Jay Wilson's church. And if she did, I would think only the people that gave it would have something to say, not all these folks that didn't give it. Anyway, I also find it hilarious that they have locked Tracy into that one day. Like it's all in their minds. She didn't go on Easter. She can never go. But see, somebody like me, I would send him off on Easter and then go the next week. I would surprise, 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 surprise. Absolutely. What, they gonna burn the church down between? Is the church still gonna be there after Easter? Is the question tonight. Is the church still gonna be there after Easter? Shout these folks. Anyway, I loved it. Okay. I loved it. I loved every second of it. Jay Wilson is a big liar. Okay. He swore he was done with the beef sector, and girl, the next day he was right back out here and been out here ever since. He has no self-awareness, no discipline, nothing. He's struggling. And I think that's why maybe his mind telling him no, but his body telling him yeah. Okay, he's struggling, child. So anyway, wait, I skipped over to Tulsa. I need to go back over here to King Tut. So I at first I was talking about due process. Let me say this. For King Tut to be out here talking all this mess, how we don't know who King Tut is? You want to be out here cussing me out? You want to be out here cussing Tracy out? We're OGs of the beef sector, all while trying to hide under Jay Wilson. And guess what? You look crazy. Jay Wilson would never do all this caping that you're doing. He would never do it for you. You look real crazy. Okay? And so hashtag due process, you got to get the same work everybody else got. We want to know where you come from. And see, some of these questions got answered over there on Pizario's channel the other night, last night. Okay. I was in Pizzario's chat. She started off the live playing really grown and sexy music. And then she transitioned to I'm selling coochie. I'm selling coochie. I said, holy, okay. I said, Lord have mercy. Yeah, it took a hard right into the ghetto. Okay, we was cruising down the suburbs 1 minute. Me and Lady Nika and the rest of the chat, we was cruising down the suburbs, and Pizario took that spaceship on the hard right. We ended up on Martin Luther King Drive, child. You know, if you end up on Martin Luther King Drive in any neighborhood, you are in El Hoodo. Okay? The El Hoodo. Okay? Child, she took us from John B. to Sukiana selling coochie. Anyway, child, I said maybe she got a point. Maybe we've been doing it wrong. Okay. Maybe we should set the mood first and then break out with it. Listen, all these candles, all this bath and body, huh? I done mopped the floors. You know, you thought we went together now. I'm selling cute. Child, listen, listen, I paid my fare over there. Okay, this what you get on the spaceship. Get into it. I said maybe she has a point. Okay, hit him with John B first. Hit him with that tank first. Hit him with that Maxwell first. Absolutely. That Betty Wright. Hit him with that first. That Will Downing. And then turn, hit him with that Sukiana. Okay. And let them know what this meeting is all about. Moving right along. So when we after she took us right on, drove us back around to the beef sector. And I'm in the chat like, who is King Tut? Who is Queen Tulsa? Where they come from? And people in the chat started informing us of who this person is. Come to find out, they got kicked out of their own sector. That's why they over here. That's why they over here clout chasing. They got kicked out. So then the next question is, what they get kicked out for? Why they get kicked out? Child, they said she was over there catching charges for prostitution and was also on that stuff. That white girl, that Christina Aguilera. Okay. They said she was on that Britney Spears, on that Sabrina Carpenter. Okay. And by the lows. By the lows. Blew out her whole nose, just gone. Okay. All in the back of her nose, just gone. You could see straight up her nose through her eye. Absolutely. She blew it out. Bow. Pals. Pals and pals. Her and Ness could be like this. They could be soul brother and sister, her and Ness. I see a future for King Tut and Ness because both of their nostrils just defeated. Okay. Absolutely battered. So they said she was round there selling that thing. That's why Jay Wilson, you see, it's called familiar spirit. Okay. That's jacked in the flesh. King Tut over there. That's what Jay Wilson be ordering right there. So that's why he don't got nothing to say about why this individual is out here just clout chasing like this off his name. Literally every video got his name in it. Now he would have to pay me, cause come on now, and then he gonna tell me on King Roman in one breath I'm a 304, and then in the next breath she got a man. Where is my man? Baby, anybody could get a man. It's not that deep. Let's be very clear. Anybody. That don't mean nothing. And who, no one, I would never want the man that wants you. That's weird. And see, all this comparison, we're not in the same realm. We're not even in the same dimension, sir. All this, I got a man, it's a man, and you're a man, and you talking to me. I don't want a man that wants a man. Wow. Anyway, so we need the tea. Okay, we need all the tea on King Tut. Where they come from, what they got going on. And child, they said in the other sector, they know that that's a hot mess over there. And I knew something was off about it. You mean to tell me you trying to, and see that all that stuff is very dangerous, running around here selling your body and all this, but you doing it trying to look like a woman while actually hating women and cussing them out. You're really selling coochie. Wow. Boy coochie. Wow. Anyway, child, it, 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 it's a lot going on. Musty show Liz Tracy. Okay. And that's why he over here with all this vitriol. And Jay Wilson know that that's a 304 that he dealing with. Absolutely. Jay Wilson hoping to have another meet and greet on somebody's ship so King Tut could come. and show him what he's working with. King Tuck, the only advice I would give you is bring the lube. Okay. Child P. Diddy ain't got ish on the pastor. Okay. He got a Bible in one hand and baby oil in the other one. Yes. I'm going to tell you right now, he like it oil. He like it oiled. Okay. He like it oil. Absolutely. And he's so sick. 1 second he touching blessed oil. The next hour he touching baby oil. He just sick. Child. Okay. He's a real freak. So tracking. We tracking. Anyway, child, y'all saw what Kanye said? Y'all saw what Kanye said? Kanye. Okay. Kanye said him and his he stopped doing stuff with his boy cousin at the age of 14. And that they were doing and recreating what they saw in his mother's magazine. Now, a little bit before that, he said he came out and said his mom was gay or bisexual or something. Okay. Y'all know Kanye been on a rant. He's off his meds. But him coming out today admitting that he basically practiced incest, gay incest, was very eye-opening, and for me it connected a lot of dots. I remember specifically when the paparazzi caught him on a boat with his wife, and his wife was, in between his legs while he was sitting up. Absolutely. So, and I think a lot of these sick antics that he has with having his wife out here butt naked for other men to desire to be with her and all that. When you introduce a child to sex, it really distorts them forever. And I mean in any form. If they come across it on your phone, on their iPad, they friends, they cousins, that's why we don't do the sleepovers. Okay? We don't like no sleepovers. Because a lot of people, yes, you should be concerned about adults, but a lot of stuff happen with them kids. Okay? It'd be a lot of child on child experimentation going on, and you back there in your bedroom sleep. Oh, she just back there with her cousin. They sleep. Yeah, okay. He just back there. He just back there with his cousin. Oh, okay. And then you be thinking, well, if I keep the little boys together and I keep the little girls together, then we good. Not all the time. You ain't. So Kanye said he stopped it at 14. And it was introduced to his cousin at age 6. I said, oh, that's where a lot of his twisted sexual immorality comes from. He saw that sex tape with Kim Kardashian and Ray J and had to have her. He had to have her. He had to have her. He admits to watch. Who was that said they went to his house? Kenya from the Real Housewives said she went on one date with Kanye. Thought it was very nice. He invited her to they was getting ready to go on this date because he was very nice. They were talking over the phone. He seemed quite normal. And she said, he was like, I got to stop by the house and do something real quick before we leave. So they go by his house and she's sitting downstairs waiting on him. And like an hour passed and she goes upstairs to see what he's doing. And she said he's just sitting there watching corn. Not doing anything, just sitting there watching it. So he is infatuated with that type of stuff. He loves that type of stuff. And you can say whatever you want, but that is spiritual. People that are ex-addicts, You got to fight that via spiritual warfare. Okay? For real. Because and it really blinds you. It'll blind you. It will really blind you. Have you making decisions out of wanting it and all that? Man, don't nobody got to listen. Listen. He's an addict. He's an ex-addict. So, um, and I think people that end up like that are a lot of them got introduced to sex very early. And that's very unfortunate to take a child's innocence by introducing them to that. I almost said hate. I can't stand adults that do that. You got rappers that brag about taking their young sons to get stuff done to them by like escorts and stuff. Underage, being with grown women. And we always think of men being nasty, but you got grown women that love little boys. Love little boys. Nasty. That is a demon. You if you can't call it what it is, then you can't address it the way it needs to be addressed. That is a evil spirit. Period. And a lot of these evil spirits come in via trespass. They trespass their way into your life because you were violated. It's not your fault, but they in your life because you were violated, and that's how they got in via trespass. And until you escort them out your life with the blood of Jesus, baby, they gonna kick it around your life and destroy your life as long as you let them. Absolutely. When I took the blind, well, when the Lord took the blinders off my eyes regarding sex and lust and relationships and all this, beautiful. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Okay? Because it's not cute. It's actually very nasty. If you could see it for what it really is, it's not giving. And our whole society revolves around it. Who humping? Ooh, she got to get a big old booty. So when you hump it, ooh, look at her breasts. They wiggling. Ooh, you can't even have a conversation with somebody without them looking at your breasts, looking at your booty. They can't even tell you your name, but they know, yep, that's a 36D. She a size 12. Like, get up off me. It's this man in the gas station by my house. I still don't know what his role is there. I absolutely don't know what his role is. He can barely walk, respectfully. Now I guess he's supposed to be security, but security can get knocked over easily, like with a gallon of water. Like he's very feeble. Okay. And so he just be standing around, don't be doing nothing, just standing. And he got like this fixation on me. And when I tell you all he does is when I come in there, he just look at my butt the whole time. And when I tell you it irritates the hell out of me. I had to stop myself when Trump started deporting. I had to say, don't, that is not right. Do not even think that. I wanted to just pull up playing Ice Ice Baby and all type of evilness to scare that man from staring at me. Okay? He makes me very uncomfortable. And I had to stop myself. I said, do not tell them that he over there at that sick go and he be there Monday through Friday from 8 o'clock a.m. to 7. Don't call. Don't do that. Okay? But these folks, they got a demon on them. Anytime they act like they dogs with their tongue out, you can't even walk past them. Like you ain't never seen a booty. You ain't never seen like, ugh. I'm telling y'all right now, I do not like no 304. Men that are like that be lusting and acting all weird. That's weird. It gets weird. There's a fine line between a compliment or liking what you see and acting like you about to pee on yourself. You can't take it. Like, come on now. Now, when I turn around and holler the blood of Jesus, D, that's what I'm gonna start doing. That's when they be chasing me and doing all that, blowing their horn and jumping out there and acting like they gonna do something and acting all desperate. I'm gonna keep walking just as nice, and I'm gonna wait till they get up on me. The blood of Jesus. I promise you. This is man right now that's painting the balcony, right? Girl, he be like, beautiful, hey, beautiful, every day, every day, every day, every day. Then one day, he gonna say, can I have a hug? I got some for him. Okay, I got some for him. Anyway, so it makes you feel real bad for Kanye that he had to go through that as a child, and it's literally playing out in his adult life with all that money, demons. One thing about money, baby, it can't pay them demons out your life. Bars. One thing about money, it'll never make enough to get them pay them demons out your life. You gotta slay them demons. They don't care about how much money you got. They don't care that you Kanye. They don't care. Have you around here just acting like a sleaze ball day and night. They don't care. Disrespecting your body, disrespecting your wife. He got kids that be on social media. They old enough to see this man. They old enough to see what he's tweeting. Child. And they say he from Chicago. I don't know. I'm starting to question. Anyway, regardless of all that, I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter. I certainly did. Okay. I had church in my bedroom. Okay. I was listening to this choir and they were singing this song about Jesus. And girl, before I knew it, I was running around this bedroom. Okay. Let me tell you what, before we get out of here, let me tell you what Easter meant to me. Okay. This year, now, this has to be the first time I ain't go to church and probably, girl, I couldn't even tell you. It's been years. Okay. I just was tired. I was tired and I was like, girl, go to bed. I've been working hard. So I went to bed. But I have a relationship with God, so I don't have to go to church. I can talk to God right now, anytime. And I do. Okay. We have a relationship. I'm his child. Okay. It don't got nothing to do with nobody's building. As a matter of fact, Jesus had a whole ministry and he did not open up one church. Oh, they not gonna like that. I'm not coming for your church. God bless you in your church, okay? But I'm a Jesus follower, and he didn't open no church. He ain't had no church. He ain't had no church. He ain't had no First Episcopal Baptist on the hill, First Thessalonian Temple, okay? Church of God in Christ, Methuselah, okay? Goliath Ministries, LLC. Okay, he ain't had no church. He ain't even had no LLC. Okay. Jesus ain't even had no place to live. These pastors riding around with Bentleys, got jets. Jesus ain't had nothing. And you see, they sold him for just 30 pieces of silver. Holy. 30 pieces of silver, that's it. So I don't know who these folks, I don't know where they got their theology from, but I get mine out the Bibles. Okay. So I have found out that I am the church. So I stayed here and didn't feel no ways about it. Had a good old time on Easter Sunday. Let me share with you the best thing I'm gonna share this whole life about what God showed me on Easter. It was so beautiful. When Jesus was on the cross, you know, they had ripped his clothes off him. They had him up there naked, right? Beat him down. And they did it to shame him. Of course, in most cultures, you naked and getting beaten while people watch is is embarrassing. So they wanted to embarrass him. But he took all that embarrassment. He took all that shame. And so what I took from this year on Easter was I don't have to be ashamed of nothing. I don't have to be ashamed because Jesus took it already. He took all that. See, I'm gonna tell you something. What holds a lot of people back is shame. Shame is not talked about enough. What Kanye West was dealing with, all that lashing out, that was out of his shame. He by announcing what happened to him, he actually broke himself free from that. And the shame of it. He is a hip hop artist. You're not supposed to have gay sex as a hip hop artist. It's not acceptable in hip hop. At the top, and he one of the greatest artists that ever lived, and he's coming out saying that. He risked it all by doing that, but he also freed himself from the shame. A lot of us walk around feeling we don't reach our highest potential because of ourselves and what we telling ourselves, and we are ashamed of who we are and mistakes we've made, and we say we not good enough. We say that God ain't saying that about us because he took all that, all them abortions, all the failed marriage. Thank you so much, Tracy. You better preach, my babe. I love you. I love you too, Tracy. Like he literally took all that, all any failure, dropped out of school, whatever, bad credit, whatever, shame, bad relationships with your parents. Like he stood on that cross, which with your face in his mind, and stood there and took all that shame. That was just one element. So when I saw that on Easter, girl, I was in here, girl, I felt so good. I'm like, I'm free. Now I could condemn myself, but I'm not condemned. Because he took that shame over 2,000 years ago. So I could literally fly. Okay. It's like it never happened. It never happened. Whatever you're ashamed of to God, it's like it never happened. He took it. Child. And we still be trying to be good enough. Good enough for what? He paid it. I be looking for him on the first. They said Jesus paid it all. I said, where he at on the first? I was just playing. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell my bill collectors next time they call. I'll be like, Jesus paid it all. Okay. Call him. Leave me the hell alone and call him. Okay. Absolutely. But no, I just love that. I love it. I love that. So that's what I got out of Easter, and that was better than any Easter speech, any Easter sermon I ever heard. And it's so funny how God will talk to you. Like people don't think God will talk to them. You just got to be still. A lot of people don't know how to be calm. You got to be calm, settle yourself, get in the quiet, pray, and then sit in the quiet and pray and then be quiet and watch you start getting some downloads. I was in, girl, you would have thought I was in the middle of you would have thought I was at church with 10,000 people the way I had church. Period. He will talk to you. Absolutely. So I love y'all. I know this live was all over the place, child. But this is Babe Nation checking in. Okay, Babe Nation checking in. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you to everyone that supports the channel. Shout out to all the content creators in the building. Shout out to all of my subscribers, all of the people that support me. I love y'all. I hope you guys have an amazing night. I'll call y'all back. Peace.